Myself, Niyati Chauhan, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Instrumentation and Control. Our subject is Industrial Data Communication and Distributed Control System. Chapter 1, Introduction and History of DCS. And our topic is Early Computer Control System. Okay, and Direct Digital Control, then centralized computer system and distributed control. Okay, so let's our next topic, early computer control system. Sometimes in GTU, question can be asked, explain early computer control system in 7 marks. Early computer control system divided in 3 parts. Number 1, direct digital control, then centralized computer system and distributed control. Okay, so let's start with first direct digital control. Direct digital control divided in 2 parts. Number 1, primary or direct digital control, and number 2, secondary or supervisory digital control. First, you can see basic block diagram of primary or direct digital control shown in my screen. Okay, so you can see process signal sent to the specialized controller, that is a dedicated controller, right? You can also say that analog inputs, those instruments have analog input, right? So send to the data specialized controller. For digital input, data sent to the direct digital control level. Then direct digital to data sent to the operator's console, right? If any error found in whole process, then operator's signal sent to the direct digital control, right? If error found in specialized controller, then send to the signal in specialized, right? If error found in process, right? Those instruments have a digital input, right? So error in digital input, so signal sent to the directly to the process. Okay, and if error found in analog input, then signal sent to the specialized controller and then signal sent to the process. Okay, so this is a basic block diagram of primary or direct digital control, right? Next, internal block diagram of primary or direct digital control system. You can see on my screen at top side, process signal sent to the transmitter, right? Then transmitter to signal sent to the input multiplexer. Okay. In input multiplexer, inputs are more than 1. So in input multiplexer, 16 by 1, 8 by 1 multiplexers are available, right? So here output of input multiplexer sent to the analog to digital converter, right? Here we have to convert in digital form, right? Because we have a connected, in next block we have a connected digital computer, right? So analog to digital convert signal sent to the digital computer. At here you can see 3 consoles are connected, and 3 consoles operator can be sent data to console control, right? So any one operator can be operate central console, right? Then central console to send to the data digital computer, right? And here we can send data in bidirectional, right? Digital computer to data send to the output multiplexer, right? And if any error found, then signal sent to the output control, right? And if any error found in input side, then digital computer send to the data to multiplexer control. Then multiplexer to input multiplexer, right? Input to analog to digital control. Then after converted in digital, right? And if error has been solved, then data sent to the output multiplexer. And again in output multiplexer, we are converted in more than one signal, right? Because digital computer has a send to output multiplexer one signal, okay? And then we are more than one signal sent to the valve. So this is our closed loop system and block diagram, internal block diagram of primary or direct digital control system. Okay, so you have to draw this block diagram if question asked in 7 marks. Next, secondary digital control. In secondary digital control, supervisory console has been added as a level 2. Okay, so process signal sent to the specialized controller, and if our inputs are digital, okay, so we have to skip analog controller block and signal directly send to the supervisory control level computer. Okay, if our inputs are digital, then we have to skip digital controller. But if our inputs are analog, then signal sent to the specialized controller and specialized controller to signal sent to the analog controller, right? An analog controller to signal sent to the operator's display. If any error found, then feedback sent to the analog controller, okay, and return signal sent to the specialized controller and specialized controller to send to the process, okay. So we have talked about analog signals. Here our inputs are digital, then signal sent to the supervisory control, right? Then supervisory to signal sent to the supervisor's console, okay? And here at supervisory control level, analog signal also sent to the supervisory level, right? So supervisory level, we have to send analog signal and also send to the digital signal. If any error found in process, right, then feedback given to the process, okay. Disadvantages of direct digital control. Here sometimes in GTU question also can be asked, explain disadvantages of direct digital control, right? First disadvantage, the computers were all drum machines. That is, the memory was located on a magnetic drum. As a result, they were slow. A typical addition time for such machines was 4 milliseconds. Okay. Size of computers are very huge. Number 2, the memories were very small, usually 4,000 to 8,000 words of 12 to 16 bits each. Third, all programming had to be done in machine language, and vendors have not knowledge of machine language, right? Number 4, neither vendors nor users had any experience in computer applications. So these are disadvantages of direct digital control. So why we have a required centralized computer system? So because centralized computer system to help justify the cost, vendor supporter, and all types of computer functions, including both supervisory control and direct digital control in one computer box or mainframe at a central room location as shown in figure 1 and 2, right? So here we operate whole process as a central. So you can see in block diagram here level 1A and level 1B not included, right? Process signal sent to the direct digital computer level, right? And direct digital to send to the operator's console. If any error found in this process, then operator send to the data to direct digital control level and direct digital to data send to the process. Okay. Then next level is 2. Direct digital control to data send to the supervisory control level and supervisory to data send to the supervisor's console. If any error found, then data send to the supervisor computer level and computer level to data send to the direct digital and then send to the process. So this is the basic block diagram of centralized computer system. In centralized computer system, you can see in industry, one central room are available, right? An operator can operate whole process here, right? You can see in diagram. In centralized computer system, advantage is that while these computers used in centralized computer control system had much greater speed and memory size compared to earlier system. Okay, memory size is high compared to earlier system. This is the advantage of centralized computer system. Disadvantages of centralized computer control systems. First, high-level languages were developed, thus there were delay in installation and running. The vast communication system required to bring the signals to the centralized computer location and return control signals to the signals field, right? And that was expensive unless it was carefully designed and installed. It was prone to electrical noise, right? That means at last topic said that vast communication required in centralized computer system, okay? And some electrical noise also available when we install this system, okay? So this is the disadvantages of centralized computer system. Next disadvantage, because all of the control functions were located in one computer, the possibility that the computer might fail result in demand for complete analog backup system. Okay, here backup is required, right? Otherwise system failed. Thank you for watching video. If you have any query, then you can ask me.